Right, so another beautiful day. And I've been out getting more compost. This is the second of the, and it's shorter than the first one I made, this planter. Slightly broader. So I have a palm that's coming, that's going to go into this planter. And it's going to get a lot of sun. And with the walls, the gates, there should be a lot of protection. So I think this is an ideal spot for it. But today I'm going to be digging in some compost into this new bed that I've started to work on. Something that I noticed over the winter with the Trachycarpus, especially this one here, because coming out the back door, this one kind of hits you straight away. Like they say, like plants go dormant over winter, but I don't think Trachycarpus or Trachycarpus fortunei definitely don't go dormant, because this palm has kept opening up fronds and developing all the way through the winter and over with the snow and ice, no setbacks whatsoever. So maybe not all plants are equal in that respect. So I did have 3 palms that I had said were going to go down into the jungle path, into the wood, but these are different palms, and I thought they'd be much nicer, and because I'd be able to see them from the windows and out the back garden, I just appreciate them more. Beautiful day. So instead of putting them down onto the jungle path, I'm going to put them up into the garden, and these are the 3 Trachycarpus Princeps new form. So if anyone that has Princeps will know that they have a kind of a bluish hue to them with a silvery underside. These plants have a silvery underside, but they're green on top. So I'm going to plant these into the new bed. So here they are. And there are 3, as I've said now, beautiful looking palms. Princeps new form. Now I've read online some comments saying that the new form is not as hardy as the fortunei, etc, etc, and they get these huge big palm leaves, beautiful looking palm leaves, and they can get blown about in the wind, etc, but they will have like protection here on the left hand side with the stone wall, the little house there, and there's a big stone wall, block wall behind them, and this kind of lean-to set up here. So there's protection around it, and there's also a big tree above it to give it shade. Another plant in here, the Akuba japonica. My wife actually grew this from just a little slip, a cutting. Stuck it in the ground and it's have to turn into this. We've never cut it or trimmed it back. So I just basically hacked out everything underneath to open this up, so I can get some compost into it. You can see where the dogs are digging. And the soil is actually really good in it. And I've left the canopy on top. So we'll get this compost in now. Right, so I have the ground all prepped, dug over. These are branches off a dead silver birch. That was going out across that way. That was dead. And cut away all the ivy that had completely covered this silver birch here. This silver birch is absolutely huge. It's huge. And they all went down at the same time. But a word of warning, the roots of the silver birch, they don't go down, they go left and right. Okay, they're lateral and they can cause structural damage. So don't plant silver birch near walls or near your house, pipes, anything like that. Make sure they're well away from everything. Okay, so I'm after putting in the compost manure, tidied up the wall, took out that long branch. Ivy's gone off this. I'll make sure I'll just kill off whatever starts coming up. All this ivy will die. The tree won't die. This Acuba japonica will create shade in the hottest part of the day for a palm here. That banana was there and I've just moved it across to give this space here for the palm. And this tree here will give shade in the sunniest part of the day for the palm there. And this area here and the tree up here will give shade to the palm that's going in here. I don't like planting the Trachycarpus in the full sun. I think when they're in the shade or semi-shade, getting dappled sun, the petioles are longer, the palm leaves are much bigger, and it's a much more striking plant to look at. There are palms that excel in full sun, but I don't think these Trachycarpus would excel out in the open in full sun. Right, so we got 1, 2, 3 planted up now. The hellebores are in flower now, so I've been informed not to touch them or spread them out or dig them out. So we'll have to wait till later on in the summer when they've stopped flowering, and I can dig them out and move them out, because there's just a huge massive hellebore here that hasn't been touched in a very, very long time, years and years. And I can dig them in around at the back of the bed. So Trachycarpus Princeps new form. Right, so some more additions that I'm going to add here that I already have are 3 giant hostas. One is Big Daddy, one is Empress Wu, and one is T-Rex. And I've planted them down into a small jungle bed down here, and they're not thriving down there, and I think that they're just in a position that and then the soil, it's just not suitable. The soil up here is real friable. This was a raised bed, so this is just a retaining wall that was built up and topsoil was put in here. So I think it'll be more agreeable when those hostas come up, that I'll put these 3 giant hostas in here, and they won't look out of place with the Musabaju bananas and the Trachycarpus palms.